Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor, and welcome to the 100,000 Subscriber Interviews, a series of short interviews with people who have harnessed my work and subsequently seized the power. My next guest is ready and waiting, so let's find out what they have to say. Hello, what's your name and where are you from?
Hi, my name is Joe, and I'm from North Carolina, USA.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for joining me. How did you first find my work?
Well, it was online on YouTube. I unfortunately was ensnared by a narcissist. However, I didn't know what I was dealing with. And a friend of mine, when I was talking to her about what was happening, she said that sounds like a narcissist. So I started doing research online, and I came across your work, which I felt was the most enlightening and most helpful of any of the information that I was able to find.
Well, that's good to hear. So a friend directed you into the sort of world of narcissism by suggesting you might have been involved with a narcissist. Joe, tell us a little bit more about that situation with the suspected narcissist. What was happening?
The golden period, I guess, with this particular narcissist, she was a doctor, which turned me on to a certain extent. I like, intelligence, and
Sure.
Things seemed to go pretty well, and then just started getting, weird and worse. And at one point, I did escape, and then, she hoovered me back in. I didn't know what was happening at the time.
Yeah.
But then I'd get, the cognitive dissonance. Why would you say this, but you do that? And things just don't make sense. Nothing got to where nothing I did was good enough.
Yeah.
No matter what it was wrong. And she would be very, one way, 1 minute, and different the next. And, after seeing your work, I was seeing all these signs that were true. Very contradictory. 1 minute, she would do exactly what she accused me of doing. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense. You're crazy, And
Sure.
Anyhow, there was, all done. And, I got discarded. That's when I found out, talking to my friend.
Yeah.
And so I was looking, research. That's when I found your work. And started dating another woman who is the one that we had been talking about, that was also another narcissist. And then, I knew things were, I was in the golden period, and it was very, very good, but it was kind of like, I think you said, if it seems too good to be true, it is.
Yes.
And then things started not adding up. I started getting triangulated with her ex and some other guys, and things just started. I was more attuned at this time because I had listened to your work from the prior incident.
Yes.
So things weren't adding up 100%, but it was still hard to get out because it wasn't all bad.
Of course.
At that point. And the same type of thing. Well, you say this, but you do that, and then like we talked, I ended up going to a wedding and caught her, with another man.
Yes.
And so I was able to end that, but it still was very, very painful. That's when I started talking to you and got the consultations, and you really helped me understand a lot more of the dynamic and what was going on. But I think most importantly, what helped me was that with the consultations was just being able to talk to somebody that understood what was happening, because it's very difficult to explain to somebody else that doesn't understand, because it doesn't always sound like it's anything really that wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless
So it was a difficult situation that you were experiencing, and confusing and painful. Would that be accurate? Yeah.
Very, very painful. And I think one of the things that you helped most was to, help me to understand that, and to understand, I think you put it best when you said, instead of asking, if they love you, why do they do this? Is they do these things and that means they don't love you. That really helped. Hard to get my head around at the beginning, but it really helped. And also, I would like to say what was very important. I thought that out of our consultations was everything you said would happen did. You said, well, what's going to happen is there's probably other narcissists in that group of people that she was involved with, and you were right, and that they're going to do this and they're going to do that. They're going to start smearing you, and everything you said that would happen did happen. So I was more prepared when it did happen.
Good. Well, that's obviously the benefit of my expertise, which you'd tapped into. Now, just moving aside from that situation, Joe, which of my books have you embraced?
Oh, I read several. After the first Narcissist, I read Revenge because I was really mad.
Yeah, I remember.
I did read that book. I didn't really do much other than, it helped me to understand how to, deal with them. Like if I did see them, little repause grenades, I think you call them.
Yeah.
But the no contact is really the best thing, and you said that a bunch of times, and I think that that's right. I read Fuel, which also was very good. It helped me to understand, why they do certain things. But the best book I think that I read was The Red Flags. That really helped a lot. And when going through that, I could see that every serious relationship I had up till this current relationship I'm in now was with a narcissist, and I just didn't know it.
So you found that book the most useful of them. I'm pleased that's the case. And have you accessed anything from the Knowledge Vault?
Yes, many things.
Which product from the Knowledge Vault, Joe, did you find the most useful?
I bought the Addiction Triple Pack, which was, I think, very, very good. And also, Why Am I Drawn to Toxic Behaviors?
Okay.
I think you put it best. I'm addicted to them, and or I'm attracted to them, and they're attracted to me.
Yeah.
So I think those were the best things to do, was to help understand myself as much understand the narcissist, because I can control myself.
Indeed, that's right. Now, I think you've touched on why you organised an audio consultation with me. You wanted to get some answers, you wanted to get some understanding. But that first time we were due to speak, how did you feel just beforehand?
Anxious, to be honest, because I knew something was wrong, and I was, I guess, at the same time hoping that I was wrong at the same time. And I was anxious, but I felt, a lot better after the fact, because you were able to help and explain things a lot. But I was anxious because I didn't know exactly what would come out of it. I mean, part of me I needed to know, but part of me wanted it not to be true.
Okay. Now, where are you at present with regard to that first narcissist situation that brought you to me?
Healing. I have no contact at all, which is good, but definitely healing, for sure. Don't have nearly the anxiety and things I had in the past. You helped me to understand that and get through that, for sure. It was very, very painful though, but I'm definitely healing, and I don't know if that healing process ever ends, to be quite honest with you. I think you just maybe keep getting better and better, but I don't know if you're ever complete. Not necessarily because you care about that narcissist anymore, but because you were, taken advantage of. You feel stupid to a certain extent.
Yes.
And a lot of the attraction is I found out is some of your own issues and things you dealt with in your past and your own childhood that to those type of people.
Sure. You made brief mention of saying how the notion, of course, of realizing that if somebody's abusing you, they can't possibly have loved you. So you touched on that as part of my work that helped you. But was there anything else that you would say most of all about my work that's really helped you?
Really, it's hard to say because it's everything.
Sure.
Understanding understanding their dynamic, looking through it from their lens, knowing that the best thing is no contact. You're never going to win. You're never going to control them. The best thing is to stay away. But the red flags book, like I said, that I think really helps because it lays everything out and you can see it. And if sometimes you can't see it when you're in it, but after the fact, you can understand that none of this is your own fault. Even though it's painful, it helps to understand the why, which you never get the answers from them. If you get, like you had mentioned, it doesn't make any sense, and it's ridiculous.
But you've certainly taken on board many of the principles there in what you've just said, so I'm pleased to hear that's the case.
And also, I'm sorry, another thing I wanted to say that helped that I did follow your guidance, and the not dating for 6 months, I think was very, very good advice.
Good. Well, that's important to convey that. Thank you for bringing that up. So, is there anything else that you'd like to learn about? And if so, what is it?
I guess I'd like to learn more about, the empath side. Because that's what I am. I did take your detector.
Yes.
And, I'm 68% super empath, which explains a lot of what had gone on in my past. But also you have me as a cadre of 39% martyr.
Yeah.
And I learned more about the martyr empath.
There's some more work coming in relation to everything to do with the empaths, but that'll certainly scratch the itch for knowledge that you have, your truth seeker trait in relation to the martyr. So look out for that, Joe. What do you think of narcissists now?
Well, I certainly don't want to be involved with them. Unfortunately, you can't help it because with your work, I'm able to identify people in my own family that are narcissists. Actually, some people that I thought were friends, and I guess they still are, but I identified a couple that are narcissists, and I'm still friendly with them for sure, but I try to keep a distance to a certain extent so I don't get that cross pollution that you talked about.
Yes.
But it's hard to not be nice to people, I guess. If you're already your friend, it's hard to just kick them to the curb, so to speak. So I just try to keep a distance now, and that helped. That helped.
Good. And what would you say is your favorite aspect of my work?
Oh gosh, I guess all the videos for sure. I really help, but the consultations were a big help for sure. Absolutely, I would recommend that.
Okay, thank you. And finally, Joe, what's your message to the people listening to you?
Well, if you're ensnared, if you can get out as quickly as possible, like you say, and the no contact, and to get all the knowledge you can. And I think that your work is the best I've seen. It really puts it into layman's terms and helps you understand what's going on, and mostly why. The why is the important part. You really help with the why, and that gives you the answers that you never would get otherwise. And it helps the healing process. It helps you to sleep better at night. It eliminates that cognitive dissonance. So yeah, your work really helps to get the whys answered.
Excellent. Joe from North Carolina, thank you very much for joining me and sharing your insights into my work and your own experiences.
Thank you.